This is probably be controversial with a lot of like Whovians. Hello and welcome back to Madmen with a Box. I'm one of the Madmen, OZChris, here with a definitive companion tier list. Now, I'm definitely not stealing this idea from Chloe at Cosmic Angst, because I saw her post. Very original idea. I am the sharpest tool in the shed. No, joking aside, yeah. I did get this idea from seeing Chloe's post, so all credit to her. I have no original ideas. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. But, this is going to be my opinions, obviously. I'm joking. It's not the definitive companion tier list. I am not the dictator of the Doctor Who fandom. Sometimes I wish I did. You know, every fan will like the Sixth Doctor. No one will complain. Shut up. But let's get straight into it. And we have our list here with our rankings. We have S, A, B, C, D. For some reason we're skipping E, F, and not seen or heard enough of them, which I feel like it's not the bottom tier. It's just unless you're like a super like hardcore Doctor Who fan, you're probably not having seen a lot of these companions, heard them, read them, etc. So I feel like that's a good enough category for those companions. So we have our companions here. We have a nice good mix. We have some TV show ones, we've got some from the Big Finish audio series, we've got some novels and some comic book ones. So I feel like at least half of these are probably going to go in the not seen or heard enough of them. But getting started, we have Adam from Series 1 of New Who. Do I need to say any more? It is so obvious where Adam places. Is probably one of the worst companions. You know what? F is too good. F is too good for him, okay? So let's edit this. There we go. That's a more that's a better tier for Adam. Moving on to Adric. Adric, I'd say he's B tier. I feel like being nice to Adric. Originally I was going to put him in C tier. I thought he was pretty mid, but nah, he's a pretty B tier one. You know, he died recently. Not the actor, thank God. Not the actor, but it was the anniversary of the character's death. 40 years ago, or 65 million years ago, if you want to go with Doctor Who continuity. So B tier for Adric. Amy Pond, Amelia Williams, S tier. I love Amy. She's a great companion. I love Karen Gillan. So beautiful. But we're not going off looks, but as a companion, I really love Amy as a companion. So S tier. Barbara Wright. She is gonna be B tier from going off from memory. I was gonna say I'll put her not seen or heard enough, but I think I've seen or heard enough going from memory. B tier, yeah. This one is either Ben or Steven. Not seen or heard enough. Sorry. Bill Potts. A tier. She's an A tier one. I think she kind of grew with me. I really didn't care a lot about Bill. But as the series progressed and also going through like rewatches, I grew to like Bill a lot more. So definitely an A tier companion. The Brigadier, Alistair Lethbridge Stewart. There is no better place than S. Right on top, right on charge, Brigadier. Do I need to say more? So we come to our first audio companion, Kira's, who was a companion to the 8th Doctor. I've actually started the arc that Kira's appears in the Divergent Universe arc for the 8th Doctor. I'm going to say D. I don't really care about Kira's. He's not really mid. Yeah, he's below mid. Sorry. Captain Jack Harkness. He's mid tier. Like, not going off the character, but as a companion, he's mid tier. He's a mid tier companion. Like, I love the character. I know John Barrowman's not the most favorite person in Doctor Who fandom nowadays, but separating actor from the character of Captain Jack. I love Captain Jack, but as a companion, he's not the best companion. he's mid, but he's definitely better than Kira's. Charlotte Pollard, A tier, without a doubt. She's one of two of the best 8th Doctor companions. I absolutely love Charlie. Thinking about it now, I feel like, yeah, you know what, actually, she's more deserving of an S tier. Charlie is more deserving of an S tier. She is a great 8th Doctor companion. I love her dynamic with Paul McGann's 8th Doctor. Amazing. So, that actually a definite recommend. If you haven't listened to, like, the first arc of, like, the 8th Doctor monthly range, do listen to it. There's some really good episodes, especially with the Divergent Universe arc, which is the second one. Scherzo. Probably didn't pronounce it correctly, but Scherzo, masterpiece. Great. And it's just Paul McGann and India Fisher, just the 8th Doctor and Charlie in that story. So, it's a great story. But yeah, Charlie, S tier companion. This is Dodo. I've only listened to one audio series with Dodo. I haven't seen her episodes. I think most of them are lost episodes. I don't know. Not seen or heard enough of them. Donna Noble, A tier. Kind of like with Bill, I grew to love Donna a bit more. And then going back to it, and then also listening to some of the Big Finish stuff, I love Donna's dynamic with the 10th Doctor. It's great. It's a good kind of like departure from like Rose falling in love with the Doctor, then also kind of like Martha kind of falling in love with the Doctor, but he's not reciprocating because she's just kind of the rebound. So, but with Donna, it's just mates, just friends being friends, a lovable duo. So you have A tier. I think this is supposed to be Evelyn Smith, a 6th Doctor companion. No, I've only listened to one story, so not seen or heard enough. Grace. I'm gonna say mid. I mean, she's only had one appearance, and she's fine. But pretty, yeah. I'd say mid-tier companion, considering like later on the 8th Doctor would have so many like better companions. Ryan, one of 3 of Jodie's first lot of companions. He is definitely going in B tier. Of the 3, Ryan... No, did I say Ryan? Graham. Oh my god, I confused the two. Graham. Graham is, of the 3, the best companion. I really liked his character as a companion to Jodie. He was just more interesting compared to Yaz and Ryan, so definitely B tier for Graham. Harry. I've only watched one episode with Harry, so not seen or heard enough of them. Hex. Now this is funny. If you can see here, top left there's an image of Hex. Bottom right, there's another image of Hex, just zoomed in more. Now, I wonder, was this a mistake? Did the person who made this list accidentally put 2 pictures of Hex? Because this is also done to another one of the companions. Absalom Darky. One picture of him there, one picture of him there. So, okay, is that the case? Or, is it supposed to be 2 different characters? Because from what I know of Hex, he later becomes Hector, a different character. It's the same person, but they have like amnesia or something, I believe. So I wonder if that's supposed to be the reference. I've got his debut story, Harvest. Haven't listened to it yet, so not seen or heard enough of them. Same with Hector. Ian Chesterfield. Ian. He's a package deal with Barbara, so definitely B tier with Ian, obviously. Jamie McCrimmon. He's A tier. He's probably one of the best 2nd Doctor companions, like without a doubt. So definitely A tier. And then also, you know what? While we're there, same with Jo. She's a great companion to the 3rd Doctor. I love her dynamic. I love everything about Jo. A tier for Jo. Benton. B for Benton. Yep. I think that's right. Yeah, B tier. He's better than Yates. Where's Yates, by the way? Yep, here we go. Yates, mid. Yeah. You know, let's fix it up a bit. There we go. As always, a lot of people will agree. Benton over Yates. Big Dick Benton over the Virgin Yates. K9. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. That's not good enough. C tier. K9's kind of mid. Yeah. He's at least better than this other robot companion, Chameleon. F. Chameleon is just not a good companion. Like, I just do not like Chameleon. He is the worst of the Fifth Doctor companions. And and he was traveling with Turlo as well. I don't like Turlo either, but like Turlo is much better than Chameleon, of all people. I don't know who this is, so not seen or heard enough. Leela, I'm gonna say B tier for Leela. That seems about right for Leela. I like her as a Fourth Doctor companion. She's probably one of the better ones. She'd be roughly in league with Sarah, but B tier for Leela. Liz Shaw, I want to put her in B tier, but I have not. It's been a while since I've seen some Third Doctor stuff, and I've only listened to a little of like the audio series stuff that feature her, so I feel like she should be a B tier, but nah, I'm gonna have to put her in not seen or heard enough. Lucy Miller, Rose Tyler with more attitude. She's A tier. She's the other like great like Eighth Doctor companion. Her and Charlie are like the best companions for the Eighth Doctor, like without a doubt. I love Lucy. Lucy's great. I wouldn't put her in S tier because I think like Charlie is just if comparing between the two, she's much better than Lucy, but Lucy is great as well for her own reasons. I really like her as a Eighth Doctor companion. Then we come to Martha Jones. Yeah, see, I really don't care for Martha. I feel like she drew the short straw, which is like with how like her dynamic as Ten's companion, she really got like kind of done dirty. So she's really like a mid tier companion. Melanie Bush, the answer's in the name, B. Yeah, she's a B tier. I like Mel. Mickey, D. I really do not care for Mickey as a companion. He was a companion, but like for what? Honestly, like technically one episode. I mean, 2 to 3 if you want to count the Cybermen two-parter, but like he was only really a companion for one. So yeah, I don't think he was that good of a companion. Molly O'Sullivan, the Eighth Doctor's first companion with his redesign. Molly's a pretty mid. It really is hard, like, following up from Lucy as a companion, so the odds were kind of like not in her favor. So yeah, I'd say mid tier C. Nardole, I would put as B. Yeah, similar with Bill and Donna. Didn't particularly care for Nardole, but kind of grew to love him overall. But I wouldn't put him as high as A. So I think B is nice for Nardole. Nyssa, I'm gonna have to put for now C. I think she's kind of a mid companion. It doesn't help that she's also playing off with like shit with Tegan, Adric. Yeah, with Tegan and Adric, and then Tegan, Turlo. I don't think she was there for Chameleon. Maybe, I don't know. From what I've heard, she's more developed and more explored in the Big Finish stories, which I have some of them, so I'm interested and eager to listen to it. Maybe my positioning of her on C could change after that, but for now, going from the TV show episodes, yeah, mid tier. Perry. Now I don't think she's a mid. She's not a C. But I think putting her in B. I mean, I like her as like predominantly the Sixth Doctor companion. I might make a separate category. B minus. Wait, B minus. B minus C plus for Perry. That's Polly, I believe. Polly, no, I've only listened to one story with her. River Song, B. Like, without a doubt, B. Just, that's another one I don't really need to explain. B. Like, I want to put her in an A, but like, I don't know, she is technically a companion, but she's more of like, she'll appear in these episodes, but she won't really travel with the Doctor. We have stories about it, but like, yeah, I'd say B tier. Romana the First, B tier. She didn't really have a lot to go with her only TV show appearance being like the Key to Time arc. But I've listened to like the Fourth Doctor Adventure stuff, so I grew to like her a bit more. So she's definitely like worthy of at least B tier. And then same, obviously you're gonna have both Romanas together. Romana 2, B tier as well. Rory the Roman, now package deal, S. We'll put him next to Amy. There we go. So they're looking at deeply, lovingly into each other's eyes. Yep, S tier for Rory, without a doubt. Rose Tyler, A tier. Next to the Rose Tyler with attitude, Lucy, very fitting. Do I really need to explain that? Rose. I think Rose is a good companion. She's great, but I don't know. I don't think I'd put her in as S. Because it was mainly just like falling in love with the Doctor, and then again falling in love with the Doctor again. So I'd say A tier. Ryan. D tier. He is the worst. He is the worst of Jodie's companions, like without a doubt. Ryan is so goddamn boring. He is a plank of wood. I do not like Ryan. So yep, D. He's not as bad as he's not as bad as Chameleon. Like, I don't think he's worthy of an F, but he's not that good of a companion. So yep, D. Sarah Kingdom, I think that is. Not seen. Sarah Jane Smith. She is a. Yep, she's a B tier. Sarah Jane I'd put in B, definitely. Don't know who that is. Susan. I put in A. Yeah, A tier for Susan, obviously. Tamsin Drew. Tamsin is the Martha for the 8th Doctor. She was the replacement, essentially, for Lucy, and it was very obviously a Martha situation again. It was kind of a rebound. She's not particularly that interesting, and she's kind of mid, so yeah, C for Tamsin. Tegan, woo, representation, Australian representation. A tier. A tier for Tegan. Gotta put her up there for the Aussies. A for the Aussie, obviously. Turlo. D. I really don't like Turlo. Maybe he's better in like the audio series, but like TV show, I just did not like Turlo. He's a bit of a cunt, which is the point of his character, but like I just did not like Turlo. Then we have Vicky. I believe that's Vicky. I've only listened. I think I've only heard one story with her. That's Victoria. I've only heard one story with her. Yaz. This is probably be controversial with a lot of like Whovians. Yaz, mid tier. I think she's a bit overhyped, to be honest. She's a bit better than Ryan, honestly, but if Ryan wasn't there, she would have been the worst. But like, at least she's a bit more fleshed out, developed compared to Ryan. So I think, yeah, mid tier. She's fine. Ace, it's in the name. A tier, obviously. A tier, great. A fantastic 7th Doctor companion. Clara. I'm gonna put Clara in B-. Now, I liked Clara for like her first few seasons. Then she started to get a bit more annoying, and it felt like she was there longer than she was intended. She needed to go. I'm gonna be honest. When she died and faced the Raven, I cheered. I honestly cheered. I just did not like Clara at that point. But, saying that, I'd say at least B- is good enough. She's not a mid-tier companion. Definitely not a mid-tier companion. So I'll give her at least B-. I think this is supposed to be Katarina. I don't know. So, but even if it is, not seen or heard enough of them. Constance Clark, Mrs. Clark. She's fine. So I'm gonna say mid. I've only listened to maybe 3, 4 of her audio series. So she's fine. But she's definitely a mid-tier character, companion. Flip. I've only listened to 2 of her stories. She's only really a companion, or she joins as a companion in one of them, so I have not seen or heard enough of her, sorry. Elizabeth Klein. I've only listened to her debut story. She wasn't a companion. I haven't listened to the other ones where she's a companion 2 different times to the 7th Doctor because of timelines, so not seen or heard enough. This one from Greatest Show in the Galaxy, same Rain, have not listened to Lost Stories. Thomas Brewster, only listened to 1 story, wasn't the companion. I think this is supposed to be Zoe. Zoe is B. She's a good companion to the 2nd, but Jamie is much better, so A tier. Absom Dark, the Dalek Killer. Yeah, baby. Not seen or heard of him. Where's that second picture of him? There we go. Sorry, Absom. Comic character, Andy, I think this was this character's name, I believe. Or maybe that's the actor, I don't know. Now, he's in Torchwood. But he is in the 8th Doctor's Stranded series, which I'm going to assume he becomes a companion because he's on the list. But I have not seen or heard enough of him as a companion. So, there we go. Comic. But I was about to say Bernie. I was about to say Bernie. Bernice Summerfield. Bernie Sanders. Iconic 7th Doctor companion Bernie Sanders. And I want you to be part of the TARDIS crew. Not seen. I have heard the novel adaptation of her debut, Love and War. Have not listened to it yet. So, for now, not seen or heard enough of her. Comic. I think that's supposed to be Compassion. I know of the character, but I have not read any of the novels she's in. Don't know. Okay, moving on to Helen. She's a 8th Doctor companion in the audio series from Doom Coalition onwards. I would say she's probably... she's a B-. I think she's a bit better than Liv, who was another companion. I like Helen a bit more, but yeah, I'd say B-. Don't know. Mark Hamill looking guy. Don't know. Oh, cool. Cyberman one, didn't know that. Liv, mid. She's kind of a mid-tier companion, mainly because she's also playing off with Helen, like I mentioned earlier, and I like Helen a bit more as the companion compared to Liv. So yeah, mid-tier. I think that's Sam. Haven't. Yep. Nope. Now Bliss. I have the 8th Doctor Time War series. She's the companion to the 8th Doctor in there. Have not listened to it yet. The only story I've listened to her in is Companion Piece, where the 9 kidnaps all the Doctor's like companions. But that version of Bliss is not a companion, so for now, not seen or heard. Sorry, Bliss. But I will say that actress is pretty beautiful. That's a beautiful shot of the actress. I'm just gonna say. Now, Chris, it's me. He's literally me. No, he's not. Chris Swed? I don't know how to pronounce his surname. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Nope. But no, I'm actually going to confirm. Yeah, that is me, Chris. I'm the companion to the 14th Doctor, Chris Pratt. Heard it here first. Daily Sun, Herald Sun, Daily Express, all the news sites. Publish it now. I am the companion to 14th Doctor, Chris Pratt. Don't question it. Don't know. Nope. I think that's Roz, but nope. Oh, there's an Ice Warrior one. Oh, that's interesting, but nope. That's a stranded one. Nope. And nope. So, yep, that is my tier list. We'll go from descending to ascending. So, not seen or heard enough of them. Quite a lot of them, to be honest. With why bother, right at the bottom we have Adam, F, Chameleon, D, Kira's, Mickey, Ryan, and Turlo. C, Jack, Grace, Yates, K9, Martha, Molly, Nissa, Tamsin, Yaz, Constance, and Liv. B minus, we have Perry, Clara, and Helen. B, we have Adric, Graham, Benton, Barbara, Ian, Leela, Mel, Nadal, River, both Romanas, Sarah Jane, Zoe. A, we have Bill, Donna, Jamie, Joe, Lucy, Rose, Susan, Tegan, and Ace. And S tier, we have Amy, Rory, Brigadier, and Charlie. And at the top, where he belongs, Frobisher. Now, I know I am missing a companion, because I'm guessing this list was made before they debuted. So, future me, you know what to do. You know what to do with that missing companion. You know where to put him. I trust that you put him in the right place. Thank you. So that's it for the video. Thank you everyone that watched. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go check out our previous videos. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Ciao.